All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday Night Live coin and silver auction with me, Raven of RavenHawk Coins. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. We're going to start a few minutes early. I've got a show down in Texas, so I will be at the White Settlement Cowtown show Friday and Saturday. Hopefully, if you guys are in the area and are able to make it, we'd really appreciate having you there. All right, guys, I see a bunch of people in the nest. We got J Mask. We got Blue and Brown Boatsy in the nest as a new member. Welcome to the show and thank you for signing up. Create Craft Coins and Collectibles in Marsh, Ben Stackin, Colorado Mountain Mama, Wolf Tracks, Brian Jensen, Eric A., Brother Doug Wagner, Jack Covert in the nest. Invisible River Ranch is here. And John Jacobs, John Camper, I think said I, Tom Thumb, Perry Custom Cards in the mix as well. And we're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to get through these. What's up, Michael Hargis? Mike Sampson. He's going to be there Friday. Nice. Good to see Mike. Matter of fact, Mike, you the man. Happy Bears is here. Dizzy Giraffe Coins. Good to see everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But let's get this started, my friends. We've got the second bot on, so I actually for once got that done ahead of time. My mods are probably in shock. What's up, Silver Wishes? How are you? Walsaw Game Cam, what's going on? All right, let me start the early bird giveaway. We're going to give away a 1966 United States mint set, special mint set to start off. And then midstream's going to be this gorgeous $2 red seal. And into stream is Slabbage. Slabmaster J approved, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, a 1925 PCGS slabbed peace dollar. Good stuff. Let me turn on the Nightbot. Get that ready. And go to giveaways here. But yep, I gotta travel tonight, get to the hotel, check in, be up early tomorrow morning to set up for the show. And then we're there Friday and Saturday. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said, if you're in the area, you're able to come out. I really look forward to it. I know I'm going to see Mike Sampson and Jack Covert. What's up, Jera Jones? We got Brother Bill Driscoll. Mike Schleiz is here. Gary S. in the nest. Happy Bears, I think I said hi. Michael LaFew, Buy Up Gold and Silver. Wayne Lynn stepping in. What's up, Wayne? That one VR4. J Money is here. T3. Michael Hargis, Silverman, Little Penny Coins, Chris Helms, KJ in Ohio. Guys, Michael LaFew, 3 years as a Silverhawk says, good luck all. That's amazing how fast time flies by. What's up, Scorpio? Good to see you, brother. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple envelopes for our giveaway stuff, and then we'll do the giveaway, and then we will start the auction. Okay, got envelopes. We're good to go there. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right. Whew, we'll give people a couple more minutes to get in real quick. Trying to think what's going on. Oh, we got a new video out on Lincoln, or all cents, large and small, from large cents all the way up to Lincoln cents. And that's a pretty good one. Guys, J-Mass, 29 months as a Copper Falcon. Always a pleasure to be here. Thank you, brother. What's up, Ricky the Scotty? Des Logic's here. Brother Doug Wagner in the nest. Good to see you, man. Cool Things says, great video. Thank you, brother. Roy boy, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Alrighty. Alright, guys, we're going to start we're going to do the giveaway right now, since I think most of everybody that's in here, let me look at the numbers, what we got going on. I know that normally we start right on the button at 6. A little bit smaller crowd. Probably because most people are waiting for 6 o'clock. What's up, Peter Bowes? Silver Chupacabra in the nest. Good to see you. James Warner's here. Gilbert Rogers. Vern's Rock Stuff. What's up, Vern? All right, we're going to pick the winner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Happy Bears, ladies and gentlemen. Happy's Bears with the win. Happy's got pretty good luck on winning early birds over time, but congratulations to Happy Bears. All right, let me get the bucket arranged. Oh, and for those of you that did not know, you can actually use the RavenHawk Coins community tab and post your own pictures of finds and everything. Use it almost like as if it was a Discord, which is pretty cool. I really think that's a pretty neat tool, and hopefully you guys are able to use it without any hiccups or nothing, because I think it's a nice way to be able to communicate with your fellow Nest members. What's up, Washington State Jag fans? Good to see you, brother. Good stuff. All right, starting off with lot number 1, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 Silver Ikes going up for grabs. We have the 72, 73, and 74. I'll show them to you here. They are nice ones. They're not all cloudy or milky. So there's the first one right there. That's a 72. I think it's a 71 that has the problems with that the most. For some reason, my guy didn't have the 71 in stock. But here we go. We got the 72. And then, or 73, sorry. 73, 72, 73, and then 74. They're all nice ones. You can see the good rotation and everything. This one has a little tiny spot starting some toning. Somebody at the mint touched it before it went in the package many, many moons ago. But this 3-coin set goes together. And we'll put them right there. You go to the description. I do have a reserve of $50. The melt value on this is literally $49, so 50 is pretty fair to start. So good luck, everybody. What's up, David Canham? What's up, Especialo? Good to see you. Yep, 4 years. I'm missing 71 for the Silver Ikes, but these are 40% silver, literally $49 in melt value. What's up, David Canham? They've gone up quite a bit. It's amazing how much coins have increased as of late. The way things work. It's been crazy to see the change in that stuff. Guys, we got Jack Covert coming in at 50. Scorpio trying to get in there now at 51. Matter of fact, silver hovering at $50, $51. So the melt value keeps going up a little bit, down a little bit. What do? Scorpio in the lead. Going once. What's up, Gear? Darren Wilkinson, how you doing? Going twice. Chapo 52 in the nest. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Scorpio in the lead. Jack Covert coming in. with the Snope at 52, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Covert in the lead at 52, looking for 53. Going once. Jack in the lead, going twice. You whine, you cry, you get up and do it again, Raven. Yep. Last call for Mr. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. Scorpio coming back at 53 with a George of his own. Going once to Jack Covert, coming back again. Guys, Scorpio at 55 because he can't drive. 55. Eric said we got to keep a watch on the spot prices. That's for sure. Jack Covert coming in at 57, ladies and gentlemen, going once again. Guys, Scorpio at 58. We got a back and forth battle. Who's going to be the lucky winner? You just never know. Going once. Going twice. Last call. Covert at Scorpio at 58. This is really strange. I can't get Scorpio's name to come up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Covert is out. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin set is sold to Scorpio for 58. I had to literally paste and cover. What's up, CM? I've waited years upset that precious metal prices were being severely manipulated. Now I wish they were still low to stack more. Ah, the S. Yeah, like it looks like a lot of people's names look a little different tonight. But good to see you, Greg. Alright, so Scorpio. We'll make it work one way or another. Remember, we have an epic giveaway at lot 10 and after lot 10, and then we have the end of stream extreme. Next item up, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Overly. Yo, Joe. Good to see you, bro. All right, here we go. Put this over there, right? 1854.0. We'll put this under the scopage as well, because we like showing off the invisible scope. There we go, 1854. J-Dog with a $5 super chat says, oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody, brother. All right, there's the obverse and the reverse. Good looking coin. I don't see a lot of these around, so it's nice to be able to get one in the mix. Let me see, where are we? We were approximate value around $60, give or take, but you know what? We're going to start the bid off at $1. Scope looking so good now, says Eric A. Thank you, brother. All right. Let's get these bidders going. Turn off that scope. We got Ty McFadden coming in at 25. Brown and blue and brown trying to be in there at 5. Guerre at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that scopage, says J-Dog. Silver Chupacabra coming in at 35, ladies and gentlemen. James Real in there, but Silver Chup just a little bit quicker. I wanna choop, baby, choop, doop-a-doop. All right, Silver Chupacabra in the lead. James Real coming in at 36. Wayne Lynn stepping in at 40. Got in there just before Jack Covert with the George. What's up, Teacher 1388? All right, guys, going once to silver. To I'm lost. All right, Silver Chupacabra at 45. What's up, Gary Lofgren? Going once to Silver Chup at 45. Looking for 46 in the mix. Going twice. Silver Chupacabra in the lead. Sorry about the confusion, guys. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Silver Chupacabra might walk away with a beast of a coin. Perry at 46. Blue and Brown at 47. Covert trying to get in there. Jack Covert in the lead now at 49. Silver Chupacabra at 50, ladies and gentlemen. Silver Chup in the lead. Looking for 51. Going once. Covert in the lead at 51. Going once. Looking for 52 like Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do? Going twice. What's up, Silverman? Guys, Jack Covert in the lead. Perry Custom Cards trying to get in there, but Covert in the lead at 51, looking for 52. Silver Chupacabra coming in at 53 like he's Johnny T. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Going once to Silver Chupacabra at 53, looking for 54. Going twice. Guys, Perry Custom Cards coming in at 54. Trying to get out the door. Matter of fact, big shout out to Perry, guys. Covert at 57, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Perry knows I love fishing. He makes lures, and he sent me a nice little gift pack. Wanted to say thank you to him. Guys, Jack Covert at 57 in the lead. Looking for 58. Going once. Jack Covert in the lead. Going twice. Thank you, Especialo. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, 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 ho. Jack Covert in the lead at 57. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Jack Covert for 57, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Covert with the win. Oh, Perry, I think you just missed it, brother. Let me double check real quick. Yep, Jack got it for 57, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Jack. All right. Really enjoy your Shot Talk streams. Thanks, teacher. Yeah, we've been coming up with some pretty cool topics, and we really like doing the one we're doing now all about all the numismatic coins and stuff that exist in the U.S. Thank you, Ty. All right, next one up, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 1833 Carson City. This thing is a gorgeous coin. Matter of fact, we will introduce it under the scope as well. No major marks or Mars or anything. And there's the reverse. There's that beautiful Carson City. Now on this one I do have a reserve. I think the reserve is at 170. There's people selling this same grade for 220 plus. So good luck, my friends. Good luck. Cool things, I agree, brother. I was looking, and for a VF 25 or so, people are selling them for 200 plus. It's kind of crazy. Guys, James Warner coming in at 170 with the George. Perry trying to get in there. James a little bit quicker on the draw, looking for 175 to stay alive. You know what? I did not see that before, but there are two little green dots. Two little green dots on the hair. Right there. There and there. And it looks like you could probably just use your thumbnail to get it to come off. If anybody is mad about the 2 green dots, let me know. We'll change the... I mean, I can't change what I paid for it, so I'm kind of stuck as is. And that's weird. I didn't see that before. I mean, why? How did I not? I guess I just was excited about the coin. It might be some paint from way back when. I mean, if it's PVC, normally PVC is across the entire coin. All right, going once. Going twice. Perry said no worries there. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Only buying the red dot variety, says Eric A. Oh, bummers. You know, sometimes I don't see everything. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Perry Custom Cards for $175. Perry, do you want me to open it, or you just want me to ship it to you? Or actually just put it in your box? Either way, it is something that would come off of the coin. All right, let me put this up and get on to lot 4. What's up, Emil? Good to see you, buddy. All right, next one up, we have the 2025 Silver Eagle PCGS slabbed and certified at a 70, ladies and gentlemen. 2025, a lot of people are saying it's a low mintage year. And we have them on reserve at $65. Most of them go for 80 or so when they're graded at this for this year right now. Guys, Gary Lofgren coming in at 65. Roy Boy trying to get in there. Mike Sampson at 70 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. James Reel coming in at 75 and staying alive. Looking for 76 in the mix, going once. James Reel in the lead at 75. Looking for 76, going twice. James Reel in the lead. What's up, Pete Clark? Good to see you, brother. Last call for Mr. Al Key Hall, ladies and gentlemen. James Reel in the lead at 75. Will it hold? All in. Fair warning. This bad eagle is going to be sold to James Reel. Keeping it real for 75. Thank you, James. What's up, Gilbert Rogers? What's up, Savvy Stacker? So, James Reel. All right, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Lot number 5 and staying alive. We have a 8 reals. I was so tired when I made the video on this that I accidentally called it a peso, which is pretty funny. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This still has very nice luster. Look at that cartwheel going back and forth. And the eagle, just a beauty. And again, right here under the scope, has a little brown thing right there. But look at how beautiful this coin is. And I got a really good deal, so of course I'm passing it on. Said hello, but auction was going on. Nobody noticed me sneaking in. Well, now we see it. Look at how nice the reverse on this is. This is a beautiful Mexican coin, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of the 8 reals are so beat up, and they're selling them for a lot more. But like I said, I got a really nice deal, so I'm passing the deal along. The reserve on this I have is at 95. It's worth quite a bit more, but hey, you guys know how I do it. I try to make sure I take care of the nest. All right. So good luck, everybody. And we'll see what happens here. Cool Things coming in with the George at 95. James Real trying to get in there. Cool Things a little bit quicker on the jaw. What's up, Rockzilla? What's up, Roadkill? All right, guys. Cool Things in the lead. Going once at 95. Looking for 96. Going twice at 95. What a killer deal. I do not have any vintage art bars, Caterpillar Silver. Sorry, my friend. Thank you, Perry. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Vintage art bars are getting very difficult to find. Like, ridiculous kind of thing. And a lot of the coin shops around here, the guys that own the bars, or the coin shops, are keeping the bars. Guys, Mustang Dave dropping in with the bomb at a hundo. Going once. Mustang Dave going twice, looking for 105. Roadkill got a whole bunch of vintage art bars. Nice. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Mustang Dave in the lead. All in. Cool Things coming back with the George and the Snope. 105, looking for 110, going once. J-Dog says Snopage. Going twice. Cool Things in the lead at 105, looking for 110. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho. Cool Things in the lead at 105, all in. Fair warning. Warning. It looks like this bad coin is going to be sold to Cool Things for 105. Congratulations, Cool Things. Thank you, Mustang Dave, as well. Much appreciated. I visited your store on the way back from Tulsa show this summer, and you didn't have art bars at that time either. Yeah, Caterpillar Silver, you got to understand. So, Flying Eagle Coins has dealers from across the United States that come and shop there. And so, there's a lot of competition for the stuff that's in that shop. I'm lucky to pull stuff out of there because I work there a couple days a week. But it's one of those things that it's unfortunate in some ways, but it's fortunate for the owner that we're able to turn inventory over. The art bars used to sit a lot. All right, this next one, ladies and gentlemen, is the 1970 Olympic Balboa, 5 Balboas proof coin. Rubicon, have a great night, my friend. Good to see you. I have these at $50. They're over an ounce of silver. And they're going for about 65 or so online. They're sterling. They weigh like 1.06 something or other. But they are over an ounce of silver. And these are the proof style. Yeah, Caterpillar, it's, I wish we had some things in that people wanted all the time. And there's things that I'm not there on Saturday. They comes in Saturday, they put it out, come in on Tuesday or Monday and hear about it, All right. Well, the Panama 5 Balboa. J-Dog, I don't normally go on during holidays. Jungle Marine, I haven't decided on selling it, dude. I've got 2 of them, but I haven't made a decision on it. All right, so looks like we're not getting any interest on the 5 Balboa. Going once, going twice. It is over. Guys, Jeff coming in at 50, saving the day. Yeah, more than likely taking the day off because I actually have to do a show up in Tulsa the day after. Guys, it is sold to Jeff for 50 bucks. We're not even going to, since Jeff was the only person that bid, we're going to do that. Yeah, I have a show. It's called the Black Friday show up in Broken Arrow, or no, Glenpool is what it's called, but it's the Tulsa area. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you, brother. Man, that's hard when you got an ounce of silver that doesn't sell for the silver price. All right, we have a Casa de Moneda. This is a 1980 BU. 1 ounce silver in here. There's 33.625 grams of 92.5 sterling, but that extra weight makes it 1 ounce of pure silver weight. Say that 10 times fast, right? I do have these as a reserve at 55. That's pretty reasonable. And it's a beautiful one. They have all sorts of varieties in these coins. They are literally at different spots on the reverse. Guys, Michael LeFew coming in at 60 and staying nifty, ladies and gentlemen. This scale, the thing will be on the U, the N, or the A, and that makes a big difference. Black Friday is not what it used to be, that's for sure. Guys, Jungle Marine trying to get in there, but Michael LeFew in the lead at 60, looking for 61, going once. Michael LeFew in the lead at 60, looking for 61, going twice. Michael LeFew. Last call. But Jungle Marine, I did promise you if I go to sell one of those Joe Camels, you'll be the first to know. All right, guys. Jungle Marine coming in with the Snope and the George. Going once at 62. Going twice. Guys, Michael LeFew says, pew, 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 coming in at 63. Looking for 64, going once. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Michael LeFew at 63. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Michael LeFew for 63. Mustang Dave, we are literally told they're still having issues with the plumbing and stuff, but that in the very near future we will know, and we will be definitely going back. That is, we're grandfathered in. So yeah, that is going to be where the shows are for us. We love doing shows in Norman, and that venue is looking great. So we should know here within a couple weeks at the most, and we'll post that for sure. All right, guys, next one up, we have the 1979 version of the Casa de Moneda right here. You can see that's also a beautiful, brilliant uncirculated one, and has a little bit of toning going on. That one's up for grabs. And again, the reserve on this is at 55. You know what's crazy is I bought a roll of those. And it's still to the top. And then a couple days later when I bought more silver, the person had these and I hadn't been seeing them lately. So I was really, really happy to get my hands on them. All right, looking for 55 to stay alive on the 79 Casa de Moneda, 1 ounce of silver. Guys, Michael LeFew says he can't drive. 55. Going once to Michael LeFew. Going twice. Definitely better by the roll, but I was shocked to see more onzas. These are actually called onzas. A couple days later. Last call from Mr. Alcohol. All in. Jungle Marine coming in with the Snope at 57, ladies and gentlemen. Jungle Marine in the lead at 57. Looking for 58. Going once. Jungle Marine in there, but Michael LeFew says pew pew pew. Going once at 58. Looking for 59. Raven, did you know every Texas Ranger badge is made from Mexican silver coins like the 5 peso? Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting, Scorpio. Going twice. I did not know that. We learn something new every day, right? Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Jungle Marine coming in at 60 with the George. Going once. Going twice. We got a battle. LeFew versus the Marine. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, 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 ho. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up, David Rubin? All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. To Jungle Marine for 60. LeFew was out. Jungle Marine with the win, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jungle. Much appreciated, brothers. All right. Lot number 9 coming up. LeFew, the Proud, the Marines. That's funny. All right. Here we go. We have the Barber Quarter, 1903. We're going to put that under the invisible scope. Right there. Nice looking coin. You have full Liberty. A lot of details still in the wreath and everything. It's got a nice darker look to it. And there is the reverse. You can see this is a Philly. And that is the coin under the scopage. Approximate value $35 to $40. And starting bids off at $1. It looks like James Real has started us off at 15, coming in with the George, ladies and gentlemen. James Real in the lead at 15, looking for at least 16, going once. A Barber Quarter, Ty McFadden at 16. Lofgren trying to get in there. Blue and Brown Boatsy in at 20, ladies and gentlemen. McFadden at 21. Rockzilla at 22 with the deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Rockzilla in the lead. Looking for 25 to Silver Chupacabra with another George. Silver Chup in the lead, going once. Guys, Blue and Brown Boatsy coming in at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Another Snope looking for 31, going once. Blue and Brown Boatsy in the lead at 30, looking for 31, going twice. Silver Chupacabra says, I want a chup, baby. Going once to James Real at 33. Holy cow, we got a war going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to end up with this bad girl coin? Going twice. James Real in the lead at 33, looking for $34 to make us holler. It's last call for Mr. Alcohol. Looking for 34. Blue and Brown Boatsy dropping the bomb on us. You dropped the bomb on me, Boatsy. All right, guys. Blue and Brown in the lead at 40. Looking for 41. Holy Peppa, says Brother Doug. Going once. Guys, those of you that had asked about the raw diet and an update, The dogs love it. They're doing absolutely phenomenal on the raw diet. I am so glad that my friend's daughter, who's a vet, told me about it. He'd been telling me about it a long time, but when the daughter said, "Hey, this is what you should do," and we got Peppa and Stacker on there, man, it's unreal. They're doing so good. Matter of fact, Peppa had a bump on her paw, this hard knot thing, and I don't know what it was from. And you know what? It's flat, and the hair's actually growing back over it. Pretty cool. Last call for Blue and Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Blue and Brown in the lead. All in. Fair warning. What warning? This bad coin is sold to Blue and Brown Boatsy for 40. What's up, Dwayne Mansell? What's up, Chris Helms? Good to see you. Roy Boy in the nest. All right, Blue and Brown Boat. All right. Lot number 10 up next, and then we'll do the midstream giveaway. David Rubin, thank you, my friend. David said, so glad you got your doggies fixed up. Yeah, the big bumps can be treated with castor oil and DSMO. You know what? A friend of mine's been telling me about DSMO. He said that it could actually save you from having a stroke, which I thought was kind of crazy, you know, but hey, it's amazing some powers of some things. You're well. Thank you, Blue and Brown. All right, 1913 Indochina, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Piastres. This is 90% silver. It has a little bit of like some yellow tinge in the middle there, but these I hardly ever see, and there's a lot of them. Yeah, DSMO, I think is what it's called. Or maybe it's DMSO. It's one of the two. On this coin, I do have a reserve at 75. What up, Mud? His name is Mud. It is a 90% silver coin, about the size of a Morgan dollar. Cool Things coming in at 75 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. DMSO, that's what Scorpio said. Going once. Looking for 76 in the mix, going twice. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. When somebody's the only bidder, we literally fly through these. No slow rolling here. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. Two Cool Things. I don't know why it took the wrong name, but it did. For 75. Trying to get all the years. I love that coin. Nice. Glad I could help, brother. You got a killer deal, too. All right. Cool Things. What's up, WVPOK? Thanks for coming to the show, my friend. Appreciate having you. All right, next item up for giveaway midstream. We're giving it away now. Is the $2 red seal, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is a really nice one. I'm not giving away trashy currency to show you guys. Look at this. Look at how there's... That is still a excellent AU to UNC $2 red seal from 1928. It's not a 57 or 63. Nope. We give away the good stuff here on RavenHawk Coins. And let me turn on the night bot for you. And on live chat, I'm going to be back in a couple minutes. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Hello? So I got the bag packed up. kidding. All right. Back there having fun with Stacker. Peppa's sleeping. All right. All in. Let's pick a winner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Chad Brookman. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to the Chad. Chad Brookman with the win. What's up, Metallic Silver Skull? Is Chad here? We'll give Chad a minute to claim it. If Chad doesn't claim, there he is. You're welcome, brother. All right. So those of you that don't already know, our end-of-stream giveaway is a 1925 PCGS slabbed and certified peace dollar, ladies and gentlemen. We don't mess around. The hanging Chad. Michael Argus, that's funny. All right, here we go. This next one, ladies and gentlemen, too cool. You don't see these very often. This is the 98 Silver Kangaroo in the original Royal Canadian Mint packaging. And I really like how it says here the reverse is frosted. So this is one of those frosty ones that they did. And let's see here. I do have a reserve on it at $60. I've seen the prices of these are all over the board. Somebody was asking as high as $140. I think that's crazy, you know. But at $60, you can't go wrong for something from 98 in its original packaging from Australia. Guy Joe Overly coming in at 60 with the George. Looking for 61. Do we hear 61? It's the underwater auction. Only on RavenHawk coins. Going once to Joe Overly. Going twice. Gary S. in the nest coming in at 62. With the LePew. Going once. Looking for 63 like I'm Johnny T. Going twice. Kangaroo punches you in the head, says Invisible. Guys, Joe Overly coming in at 63, going once. Overly and Gary S. battling it out, going twice. Gary S. at 64, looking for 65. Eric A. trying to get in there, but going once at 65 to Eric A. Going once. He's like, hey, my first name's Joey. Going twice. Joe coming in at 66 in the mix. Going once, looking for 67, ladies and gentlemen. Going twice, Overly in the lead. Going once, twice, 3 times for the Nesties. Joe Overly at 66. Holding strong. All in. Fair warning. Warning. Looks like this bad Roo is sold to Joe Overly for 66. Eric A. said he was out. Eric says, I am done with this Joe foolery. Congratulations to Joe. All right. Lot number 12 coming up next. We have, oh, this is two. Is this two? No, this is one. This is a 1906 Barber. We'll scope it. You can see right there, Full Liberty. Decent looking coin. Worth about the same as the last one, about 35 or so. Oh, and this one's an O. 1906. Oh, you know what? I looked up the wrong... Didn't look at the reverse on this. Boy, I'm making all sorts of mistakes tonight, huh? All right, 19060. Starting bid coming in at $1 for the starting bid, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Vote for Pedro? Good to see you, brother. Hey, Angie Crowell, good to see you. Guys, Teacher coming in at 8. Zeke at 10. Jeff at 12, ladies and gentlemen. With the George. Ty McFadden at 15. Looking for at least 16. CM Silver dropping the bomb on us. Coming in at 30. CM Silver in the lead at 30. Looking for 31. Zeke trying to get in there, but CM in the lead going once at 30. Invisible River Ranch is around. Good to see you, man. Good to see Vote for Pedro. Gary S. coming in at 31. Got in there just before James Real. CM coming in at 35. And staying alive. Going once. CM in the lead at 35. Looking for 36. Going twice. Blue and Brown Boatsy coming in at 36, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. at 37, looking for 38. CM dropping a George on us at 40. Going once. Gary S. coming in at 41, looking to get her done. Gary S. in the lead, going once. Looking for 42, like Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do? Going twice, my friends. Guys, CM Silver staying alive at 45. Going once. Going twice. CM in the lead, looking for 46. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. CM in the lead at 45. Oh, Lynn, what's up, Crawdaddy Stacks? Fair warning. Warning. What's up, Emil? This bad coin is going to be sold to CM Silver for 45. Thank you, CM, and everybody else. What's up, Mr. Fox? It's all good, brother. All right. CM with the win. Good to see everybody, guys. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen. This one is a bad boy. We're going to put it under the scope so you can see it. It is graded a 9.3, which is basically a 63. 9.3 works out to be a 63 grade. And it should sit like this. So I don't know why they got it in the holder like that, but they do. Here's the reverse. James Real, no worries, brother. That's fine. There's the reverse. This is a 1907 V nickel. The gray sheet 160 plus. I've got it at 145. That's the reserve on this one. I think that's pretty fair. It is leaving some meat on the bone for anybody that buys it. All right. Guys, Roy Hathaway coming in at 145 with the George. Pedro says, beautiful. Thank you, brother. Oh, you mean the coin. Going twice, looking for 150. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Roy Hathaway in the lead. The coin is nice too. Oh, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Roy Hathaway for 45. 145. Lone Star Fox. You know what's weird? It's changed everybody's names. Roy Hathaway. Thank you, Roy. Yeah, so Lone Star, it's pretty easy. So a 10 is a 70. You go down to the 3, that's a 63, is what it means. They really they're trying to do ways to find, more hype and stuff. All right, next item up is a 2-coin lot, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 Standing Liberty quarters. We're going to throw them under the scope. The invisible scope. The first one is the 1930S. You got the full date, and you can see the mint mark right there, the S. And there's the reverse. Then we have a 1927 Philly. Nice full strikes on these. These are, they're decent spot fillers. What's up, Johnny T? And I had the reserve at 40 for both. I think that's pretty fair to start off with. Positivity Nest YouTube isn't failover mode right now. The auction's still happening. Yeah, you know what's weird? I noticed is that the notification didn't go out properly to a lot of people. It happens. What do you do? Actually, you know what, guys? That should have been 30. I'm looking at my sheet, and that should have been 30. Sorry about that. Starting bid is 30 bucks. Guys, Ty McFadden coming in at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Ty in the lead at 30. Looking for 31. Do we hear 31? Lone Star coming in at 31. I'm just going to say Fox. Fox in at 31, going once. Looking for 32, like Mr. LeFew, going twice. So, Create said they did it on RFTs a few months ago, but stopped soon after. But it looks like YouTube changed their mind again. Yeah, I can't blame them for trying new stuff, but man, that gets frustrating, All right, Fox in the lead at 31. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Lone Star Fox for 31. Sometimes I make typos. Matter of fact, the penny video, the Lincoln cent, large cent, small cent video that went out, unfortunately, I did a 3-title test, and one of the titles says UC large cents, not US, and I can't change it without messing it up, so I just left it alone. It is what it is, right? All right, guys. Next item up, ladies and gentlemen, 1887 Mexico 8 reals. You can see that cartwheeling going on. This thing is still a gorgeous coin. We'll scope it real quick. It's got some toning, a little bit darker, but look at how nice of a coin this really is. 1887, 8 reals. The eagle looks sharp. I mean, honestly, this is literally a high XFAU, possibly even a little higher than that. I'm not an expert on grading 8 reals, but that one is pretty impressive. I do have a reserve again on this one at 95 bucks. They go for quite a bit more online, so good luck, my friends. Good luck. Looking for 95. Going once, my friends. You know what's crazy is I used to not be able to put reals up. Guys, CM Silver coming in at 95. Vote for Pedro was in there just a little bit later. J-Mask, I don't see any chop marks on this one, dude. CM in the lead at 95. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Guys, Michael Goodwin just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, brother. All right, CM about to get a heck of a deal. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to CM Silver for 95. Buy it now, pork chop. I don't got no pork chops. I don't got no stinking pork chop. Guys, you guys are getting some bargains tonight. Holy snikes. But hey, you deserve it as a group. You really do. You guys have constantly kept me sold out on stuff, and I can't thank you enough. I have one more of the Proof Balboas. This one's a little darker. You know, hold on. Here, I got one that's not as fuzzy looking. 5 Balboas, over 1 ounce of silver. I do have a reserve at 50 bucks. That is literally below melt. Good luck, my friends. Can't figure out why YouTube has me under a different username. Yeah, Joe, I don't know, brother. It's weird how they do that. Guys, vote for Pedro coming in at 50, making it nifty with the George. Going once. Going twice. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, Rockzilla coming in at 51. Getting in the lead. Lone Star at 52. Vote for Pedro coming back. Sean Martin trying to get in there. So far, Lone Star in the lead. Going once. Vote for Pedro at 53. Looking for 54. Fox at 54. Guys, Sean Martin at 55. Going once. Vote for Pedro trying to get in there. Going twice. Looking for 56. Vote for Pedro at 57, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Vote for Pedro in the lead. Looking for 58. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, 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 ho. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 57, ladies and gentlemen. Out to the awesome mod, says Fox. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. To vote for Pedro for 57, ladies and gentlemen. My birth year. Nice. Now we know how old Vote for Pedro is. Thanks, Vote for Pedro. I appreciate you, brother. You know what, guys? I got something the other day. Guys, we got another subscriber. Alan Lester just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, Alan. Check this out. I picked this up the other day. Original Federal Reserve roll. Kennedy. $50. A whole roll. BU. And, man, even though I still feel like it was a good deal compared to where silver's at, holy crap. Those rolls used to be a lot cheaper. That was almost $400. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, last of the 1980. Yeah, Ty McFadden, they're 90% 1964s. From the still in the Federal Reserve roll. 1980 Casa de Moneda. Looking good and bueno. I'd sell the roll if somebody really wanted it. Starting bid on the Casa de Moneda. Yeah, they are definitely not $250 anymore, Invisible River Ranch. And another thing, Invisible, this is in a federal roll plus BU uncirculated. You know, it's... I miss those days. But hey, what do you do? All right. Casa de Moneda, 1980, ladies and gentlemen. Silver's at 50, 51, 52 an ounce all day long. This is not much above it. Going once. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Tough crowd. Can't sell a Casa de Moneda. Oh, well, it's all good. All in. Fair warning. Guys, Jeff Wisco coming in at the last second with the George. And Jeff is going to get it for 55. Sold. That's going to be the new thing I do when a coin doesn't have any action and somebody comes in at the last second like that. Jeff basically just saved the day, you know, for it not being a unsold item. So, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. That is a nice one for sure. And, you know, here's the thing. I think a lot of people are worried about buying silver at 50 plus an ounce and then it dropping. Even though you got a lot of people, oh, silver's going up, silver's going up. It's still hovering. Right now it's at 50, 60, well, 50, 55 per ounce. I mean, holy cow. What do you do? What do you do, Raven? Oops, I grabbed the wrong envelope. I'm shaking around an empty envelope. That's too funny. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen. We have these on every once in a while, but these are really cool. 1868 France, 5 francs, Napoleon III, ladies and gentlemen. That is a cool coin for sure. And of course it's silver. I have the reserve at $35. The melt on it is 37. The value is probably about 50. So, a good deal starting off a couple bucks under melt. You know, like I said on these in the video when I put these out, showed the big purchase that I got. Guys, Crawdaddy Stacks coming in at 35 and staying alive. Vote for Pedro at 36 in the mix. Seeker bought a boatload at 52, then it dropped to 50. Gary Lofgren, Seeker's got gold-plated Maseratis and stuff. He's doing okay. He can take the hit for once. All right, guys. Crawdaddy at 38. V for P and Gary S were in there, but Crawdaddy in the lead at 38, looking for 39, going once. But I never really like. Here's the thing. I don't want people to do bad, you know. But of all the people on YouTube, he's doing very well. So a little bit of a loss won't hurt him. But I will tell you this about Seeker. He does track his money very closely. We used to do deals back and forth quite a bit. And next time I see him at a coin show, I'll probably buy something off of him. But, you know, if I owed Seeker, let's say $35.40, I would send him 36 or 37. You know, I'd round it up. If Seeker owes you $35.40, you're getting $35.40. All right. That's my Seeker story for the night, and I'm sticking to it. Mustang Dave said he squeaks when he walks. All in. Fair warning, this bad coin is sold to Crawdaddy Stacks for 38. A boatload represents less than 1% of his stack cost averaging. He's doing just fine. Yeah, vote for Pedro. That is for sure. You want to hear a funny story? So Keith from Coin Crew literally sued a company over like $1. And then one time he was at a restaurant and the waitress didn't give him back a couple pennies, and he got mad that he didn't get his couple pennies. Oh man, you know, here's the thing, but you can't get places if you're not saving your money. You know, some people think I'm crazy with the amount of stuff I give out, but hey, it is what it is. Here we go from Belgium, ladies and gentlemen, 1873. I love this dude's beard. His beard game is tight. Look at that. 1873, my friends. You can't go wrong with that. I do have a reserve at $40. Good luck, my friends. What's up, Garrett Christensen? Welcome to the nest. Pennies are worth more now, that's for sure. Karma pays you back most times, says J Mass. I'm literally very grateful, guys. You guys are awesome. Raven, you stay true and not go to the dark side of whatnot like the others. Vote for Pedro coming in at 40. Going once. Gary Lofgren, I've had multiple people that I know personally that tried to get me to go to that site, whatnot, and even the whatnot guy still, I've had like 3 different reps reach out, and I'm just, you know, I'm with the nest. Guys, Michael LeFew coming in at 45 with the George. Going once. Raven is a nice, genuine dude. That's why I'm here. Thank you, Mud Swat. I appreciate you, brother. Going twice, Michael LeFew. I was wondering at what point dealers stop buying silver, avoiding a big loss if it drops. Here's the thing, Johnny T. If you're an actual real silver dealer and bullion dealer, you don't worry about silver dropping. You just buy it when you can. You know, sometimes at the shop we can't buy people's stuff because we've ran out of cash for that day, but we are still paying spot for generics. We're $2 over for Silver Eagles, and our generics we sell for $3 over spot, and our Silver Eagles we sell for $6 over. That's way less than the bullion dealers online, but when you're dealing with silver the way that we do, you have to go the good and the bad, you know, because I think it's not really fair. I know a couple what they call vest pocket dealers that the second silver drops, they literally pull all their silver back. They won't sell it, and yet they take advantage of it whenever it's low. You know, so really the way that it should be done is, as a real silver dealer and coin shop and bullion dealer, You buy it when it's high. You buy it. You just keep buying. You buy when high and low because that is the nature of your business. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to Michael LeFew for 45. When you're reasonable like that, you get repeat business from customers. That's for sure. Buying bullion online, you have to pay, a lot, Garrett Christensen, for the credit card markups. That's for sure. Michael LeFew. And so right now with 90% silver, we're selling it at spot. The 90% silver is at spot. We can't sell it to refineries or anything. So it's one of those things. You take the good with the bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the last item of the night. Holy cow, this went by quick. I'm going to do an impromptu giveaway, and then we'll do the last lot. I want to give you guys something cool. And let's see. How about this? I didn't even take... Now, this is artificial toning. I was going to do a video on it because it's that's literally fake rainbow toning. But you know what? We're going to give it away to somebody real quick, and then we'll do the last lot. I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Yeah, but it's still nice, and it's still 90%, that's for sure. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Make sure to get your comments in so that you're part of the drawing. We still have a 25 PCGS slabbed and certified peace dollar to give away. No, Create Craft Lot 20 is not going to the giveaway. I'm giving away a 64 Kennedy. Then we're going to do Lot 20, and then we'll do the end of stream. I don't know what they did to get this color on this coin. It was at one of the shops, and I was like, you know what? I want to show people what artificial toning looks like, and I was going to make a little video on it, but I have too many other videos in the pipe coming down that I just don't have the time to do it for that one. So somebody else will get this. Be pretty cool. Create Craft, no worries, brother. All right. You know what? I should have took your advice and ate something, but I have a hard time eating at 5. I feel like I'm a 90-year-old, you know? If I'm going to be eating at 3:30 to 5 p.m., hey, give me something to eat, please. Oh, no. Can I come back? Bad enough. Hey, get it at 5. Did it go? Yes. All right, good for you. All right, Ms. Raven was complaining about her back, and she said, could I crack her back real quick? And she got a good cracking. All right. Here we go. Who's the winner in 3, 2, 1? Booyah! Garrett Christensen, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett Christensen, welcome to the nest with a win. All right. Make sure you send us an email, ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com for your win. And congratulations to Garrett Christensen. Hopefully Garrett's still here. Mudswat, the EOS is a 1925. Right on, Garrett. Congratulations. Wait a second. There it goes. A 1925 peace dollar, brother. Guys, Dwayne Mansell, 45 months, almost 4 years as a Copper Falcon. All right, let me close this out. We're going to do lot number 20, and then we will do the end of stream. Matter of fact, I'll show everybody. Look at this. This is the end of stream item tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 1925 peace dollar. Slabbed and certificadoed. All right, now we're on to lot number 20. Last item up. This was my favorite design of these that I got, guys. This is the 2002 1-ounce silver kangaroo frosted uncirculated edition. I think that thing is bad to the bone. Really cool design. And let's see here. It is 3/9 fine. I have a reserve at 65. These were going for really ridiculous money online. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. Johnny T says, I've been a subscriber since Raven was just an egg. J-Dog. Guys, Gary Lofgren coming in at 67. Overly at 65. Roy Boy coming in at 70, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Boy in the lead. Golden, buy up gold and silver trying to get in there. J-Dog, honestly, it depends on where you live, because some shops can go through a couple 100,000 in like a couple days. But, you know, if you had $250,000 and some supply, I think you'd do okay. Guys, Overly at 72, looking to be like Mr. LeFew. But even $250,000, you'd be surprised how fast buying up silver and gold and stuff from the public, how quickly that goes. But I think you could do okay if you had $250,000. Going once to Joe Overly. Going twice. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Overly in the lead at 72. All in. What's up, Alan Lester? Fair warning. Teacher 1388 coming in at 73. Joe says he ain't backing down at 74, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Going twice. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Last call. Lone Star coming in at 75 with the snow. Going once. Going twice. What's up, Yoxnav? Last call for Mr. Alcohol. When you come to the nest, you have a chance of winning really cool stuff. Absolutely free. Joe Overly coming in at 76, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Joe in the lead. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Joe Overly for 75. Now, here's the thing about opening your own shop. You could open up your own shop with less money, but you would be turning away a lot of people that come in to buy things. Garrett Christensen, I'm in the middle of doing this, man. One of us will get back to you probably tomorrow. Hold on, dude. I'll check it real fast. Here we go. Let me. I don't see one from you yet, Mr. Christensen. I'm sure it'll come through. All right. I mean, you could start it for less and just work your way up. You know, I mean, I think if you want to be comfortable, you know, you got to have more money. All right. Time to do the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. It is this 1925 peace dollar worth about $70 retail, $80 retail, actually, according to Gray Sheet. So that is our end-of-stream giveaway. I'm going to turn back on the night bot. All right, everybody. Good luck, my friends. Now, if you're in Minnesota and you don't have a lot of customers, that's a whole different thing. I'm available to take any unclaimed stuff, says Eric A. Right on, brother. All right. I'll be back in a minute. Good luck, my friends. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time to bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I'm going to get mine, so get yours. Too funny. All right, everybody. A big shout out to Create Craft Coins and Collectibles for tracking the sheet for me. I really do appreciate it, brother. Oh, what the... And matter of fact, I got to get on the road for a coin show. As soon as we get off of here, I'm packing up and heading on down to Texas. All right, guys, it is that time. You know what, Perry? I didn't know you wanted me to give these away. I thought these were for me, but I'll toss one in there. Here, we'll add this fishing lure right here, courtesy of Perry Custom Cards. Thank you, everybody. We're going to pick the winner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah! Kason 2006. Roy Boy, you have a great weekend as well. Happy Thanksgiving. Remember, we won't be on next week because it's Thanksgiving, but Kason 2006, are you here, brother? You're welcome, my friend. Guys, Mark Davis just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, Mark. All right, guys. Remember, though, when we do come back the week after, we'll have plenty of cool giveaways. A big shout out to all the mods. Mud Swat, Doug Wagner, Vote for Pedro, CM Silver, Create Craft, J-Dog, Teacher 1388, Joe Must Be, Invisible River Ranch, Peter Bowes, Silver Chupacabra, Steve LaPointe. I know I'm missing people. Mud Swat. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Brother Doug Wagner, You guys are Johnny T. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, I got to get going because I literally have to drive for another 3 hours and get on the road. So much love and respect to everybody. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins, have a great day.